Late last year, I was rung up by Rufus Owens of Newsworks, and he asked me if I'd help him make a film putting the positive side of the newspapers, and I thought he was nuts. Because at that time we were right in the thick of Leveson, the newspapers seemed to be falling apart at the seams, and I was of like mind with everybody, I suppose, which is nobody reads the newspapers anymore, they all lose money, they're a dinosaur. But anyway, he persuaded me to get involved in this film, and it changed my life in a way. I went to interview all the major newspaper editors in this country, pretty much all of them, and I found in the papers in general a bunch of passionate, committed people. I listened to senior editors, you know, with grey hair talking about when they first became a journalist on a local paper, and how one guy said that he'd seen All the President's Men and that had made him want to right wrongs in the world. It was an extraordinary experience. Most people in life are late adopters. They come, you know, a little bit slowly to a new idea. And Rufus's idea that newspapers were newsbrands and not just newspapers, I was a bit slow adopting that as well. I think, well, no, they're papers, okay, they've got a website, but really only the Guardian website. Oh, and wait a minute, hang on, the Mail has a rather amazing website, and hang on a minute, I'm just getting the Telegraph on my phone, and as we were actually making the campaign, I thought, I'm way behind. It's me who's the dinosaur. I haven't kept up here. I worked in advertising for more than 10 years in the late 80s and all through the 90s. And I have to say it was the simplest, clearest and most fun advertising experience I've ever had in many ways, because there were only four of us. Mark and Simon doing the graphics and all the production, myself writing the copy, and Rufus, the client, all in the same room. And so all the process of advertising was reduced. We just sat down and did what we thought was good. So you get here advertising from the heart. So the four of us agreed on all these things. We actually had many more drafts of the ads than we could use. Rufus wanted to do a campaign of 6. We probably had 13 or 14 we really liked. So we were really spoiled for choice.